Welcome to PD in Pieces, and today our question that we're answering is, what are silent E words? You may call them silent E words, or maybe you call them magic E words, VCE words. Some people even call them bossy E words. These are all different terms for the same thing, which today we're going to refer to as silent E words, and we're going to dive into what they are. The question is, what are silent E words? We're going to answer that question with 4 main points. The first point, they are words that follow this pattern at the end of a syllable. Vowel-Consonant-E. That is the pattern that we look for, and you'll see in these example words of plain, here, sublime, hope, prune, hype. When you look at the end of this word, each of these words, the pattern is a vowel, a consonant, and an E. You can see them all outlined here below and labeled with the VCE. Second thing to know about silent E words, the final vowel letter, that E, is silent. So we have here, again, our words that follow the VCE pattern at the end. These are silent E words. And we have a little slash through that final E. And that is because it is silent. That little slash reminds us that we're not going to hear it. It has to be there. We'll talk about why it has to be there, but we will not hear that E. In all of these words, the last sound that you're going to hear is the consonant sound. So plain, p, o, a, n. Last sound, n. Here, e, is the last sound. The third thing to know about silent E words is that they can have actually 9 jobs. There's 9 jobs of the silent E. But the most common job, and the one that we teach most often, is to make the preceding vowel letter say its long sound. So that first vowel in the word or syllable, the one that comes right before the consonant, the one we're looking for when we're identifying these silent E words, that vowel-consonant-E, that is going to say its long sound. So the job is to make the vowel long. Plain, you hear the A, that long vowel sound. Here, you hear the long E sound. In sublime, the second syllable, lime, you hear the I, O, I, M. You hear that I very clearly. In hope, O, P, you hear the O. Prune, you hear the oo sound. And in hype, you hear the I sound. So it's going to make the vowel letter say its long sound. And finally, what's important to know about silent E words is that all the long vowel sounds can be represented in silent E words. So we have words that can be categorized by their A-consonant-E pattern, and those are going to be words like plain that include the long A sound. You have other words that are going to follow the E-consonant-E pattern. And you can see at the bottom here, I've done A-E, E-E, I-E, O-E, U-E, and Y-E. We actually refer to that as A-consonant-E, E-consonant-E, I-consonant-E, O-consonant-E, U-consonant-E, Y-consonant-E. And when we see that pattern in words, what's the job of the E? It makes the vowel say its name. And so you're going to hear in an A-consonant-E word, you're going to hear that long A sound. So A-consonant-E spells A. E-consonant-E, you will hear that long E sound. It spells E. I-consonant-E, you'll hear the long I sound. I spells I. O-consonant-E, you will hear the long O sound. O spells O. In U-consonant-E, you will hear the long U sound, either oo or U, because long U can make 2 sounds. And then Y-consonant-E, which is taught later on, that actually is going to represent the long I sound, which says Y-consonant-E spells I. That's everything to know about silent E words.